Hello guys, this is Umesh and here we are again with our daily problem. Today's daily problem is number of matching subsequences. So you have given a string and an array of strings and you need to find whether how many of these strings are subsequences of this string. So you need to check if each and every string in these words are subsequences of this S or not. So firstly, let's go through the test cases. So A, B, C, D, E. Then A is the subsequences of this. So A, ACD, and ACE are the subsequences of ABCD. Thus, there are three subsequences, and in that way, we have to find out how many number of subsequences are possible. Okay. So let's come towards our approach. So first, what we will do, suppose I have bit changed this string as I have put lastly A, so that it will be easy for understanding the concept. So firstly, we will make the vector for each distinct element. So here I have made for A, B, C, D, and E. So in the vector, there are locations A, B, C, D, E, and in that locations we will be storing the indices where A is occurring. So where A is occurring, 0th and 5th location. So in this way we are storing the positions where the particular character is occurring. So using these locations we can simply find out whether the particular string is subsequence of that given string or not. So suppose so, consider a string A, C, and A. Okay, so you can see that this is the substring of this. Okay, so but how will we find out? So we'll have a pointer like index. So initially that index is pointing to -1. Okay, and then uh, first character is A, so it will find out in A and get the least element. Okay, so get the least position, sorry. So this position it will get, and now it is 0. So we have reached till 0th position, and in till 0th position we have occurred 1A. Then it will go to C and C. Now here it will check whether this index is greater, like our previous index is greater than this C's index should be greater than our previous index, as we in subsequences we need to consider the sequence of the string. So that's why we need to check whether our previous index which we have used is less than the subsequence the occurrence of this C. If there is any other location, then 3, 4, and if this 2 is if there is 2, then we should consider this 3. Okay, because we can't consider that location again, or the location lower than that particular location. So this is the simple funda. So just by using this, so our current index is now 2, and we'll again find for A. Now you can see that for A there are 0 and 5. Okay, so but our current index is 2, so we can't consider 0. That's why we'll check whether any index which is more than 2 is there or not. If it is not there, then ACA is not the subsequence of this string. So but here it is, so we will consider this 5 and make this as 5. Okay, so in this way we will check whether the particular string is subsequence of the given string or not. Okay. So let's move on towards our problem. So coming towards our coding part, firstly we need to create a vector which will store the occurrences of a particular character. So we name this as char idx, and we know there are at most 26 characters. Okay, So now what we need to do is we need to create a vector, like for a we need to create a vector, and in that vector we need to push the locations where a is occurring. So let's do that. For the idx of our character, that is s of I minus a, this will give the index as 0. So we are considering as this location as 0 1 2 and in this way. So whenever we are referring to 2, then we are referring to c. Whenever we are referring to c, we are referring to the location 2. Okay, so in this way, at this location push back I. Okay, simply what we have done here is we have pushed that this is the particular vector where we need to push this index. We have simply done that. Okay, so now we have pushed our indexes, like here where if here it is a, then s of I is a, then location of character of 0 we have pushed 1. Yeah, great. So now we need to traverse words. So for string word in words, okay, so we need to count if each for each word whether it belongs, like it is the subsequence of our parent string or not. Then firstly we need to have a counter. So integer answer count, we will initialize it as 0. So again for each word we are maintaining our like where we are. So we are maintaining a current position, so integer current position, and we are initializing it with -1. Okay, so great. Now for each character in that particular word, so for each character we will do what we'll do, we'll just check the in this character idx. So the location is ch minus a. Okay, in this vector we need to search in this vector. So the vector is char idx of char index of ch minus a. So this is the particular vector where we need to search. But if this vector is empty, then we are not going to search. Okay, so if this vector is empty, then we'll simply do something and we'll see first else part. Okay, so if this is empty, then what we can do is we then the whole word uh, is not belonging to the parent string. So here we can also have a boolean type flag whether or is subsequence it is true initially, then we will make it false. Okay, and after that we also need to check whether it is false or not. So if is subsequence is false, okay, then break, then it will break from this loop of word. And finally if is subsequences is true, then we will increase our answer count, else not. Okay, and each time it is created as true. So this is the simple way we can do this. Okay, so if it is empty, then we are making it false. And there is one more condition that we need to check whether the current position should be greater than their position. So this is not empty, means that element is there in the array. So now in the array, in this array, we need to check for the position. Now the appropriate position we need to check. So first, before that, we will check whether our last entry is greater than this or not. Okay, so let's check that first. Now we need to check whether this, so our current is, so we need to find out for the last element. First we will find out the last element, whether the last element is greater than this element or not, so that we are assured that the element is present, then that particular location we will live. So integer n equal to char dx of ch minus a dot size. Okay, so we will search for size -1, and we will see whether this should be greater or equal to, no, should be greater than current, or simply we can say that if it is less than or equal to current, then break. Okay, so if this situation occurs, then we'll make is subsequences as false first, and then continue. So continue for this, no, we need to directly break, so that this word will break. Okay, great. So if all the conditions are satisfying, then we need to check whether which index we need to get, like for in these two vertices, in these two indexes, which index we are going to take. So for integer k0, k is less than n and k plus plus, our n is the size of that particular vector. So if first our current is less than, whenever our current is becomes less than the char idx of ch minus a of k, then we will break out from, simply break. So this is the satisfying condition, and we will make our current as char idx of ch minus a, okay, of k. So when you, if our current is less, so starting from 0, so if our current is like -1, like current is less, then we'll make that current is equal to the new. So it is fine. So and if it is greater than current, then this condition is captured here, so looks good. So and after the completion of this, then it will count whether the our boolean variable is true or false. Let's check. Hope this will run. Okay, we have not returned our answer, so we need to return an answer count, and need to check. Yeah, it is running successfully. Yeah, and let's submit this to get better understanding, like we have done this right or not. Yeah, this is the solution. So again, I will explain the approach in short. What we are doing, we need to check whether this particular any string is subsequence of this string or not. For that, what we are doing, we are getting distinct elements and creating vector for each element, and in that vector we are storing the indices, and from that indices we are maintaining the current index like A, then we are going to this A, okay, then C, then we are going to this C using these index vector. So if here occurs C again, then in C we are already used to, like our current is 2 and there is no more value, like no more occurrence of C, then we will just have our variable as false and we will not count that element. So this is the simple and easiest way to get that. So again, thank you, and you will get the code in the description section, so please check it out and give it as a upvote. Thank you, and like the video and share the video with your friends.